What is going on, YouTube? Tenacious Fox here with our Week 6 recap and our Week 7 predictions show for the ILPC. So we are here with Bryce, the coach of the Arizona Arbox, and Jake, the coach of the Boston Red Sox. And the first match that we're doing is between the Detroit Duck Trios and the LA Nido Kings. Are you guys ready? These guys, not even ready.
My computer just decided not to load, so I mean I can catch you guys.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay. We're going. I think this was another week where Tyler didn't play all too well.
I know what that's like.
He kind of lets the Mimikyu set up in his face here.
He broke the disguise, which is good, but...
Yeah, he does go into Greninja and goes for the Gunk Shot. Personally, I think he should have just gone into Nidoking and...
Sludge Waved?
Yeah. Preserve your Greninja there. I mean, it was unfortunate because he got the... He got the miss. He kind of got haxed. But at the same time, he was in a lot better position with his Greninja than without it.
You're right. Yeah. Because now without Greninja, he really has... Well... I'm really surprised he didn't bring Victini.
Yeah.
For this thing right here, the fortress.
Yeah. Yeah, Victini could have put in some work. I was happy to see the Crabominable making its debut. Unfortunately,
it wasn't much of a debut.
Yeah, I mean, but I did like that he brought it. See, even there, that once that Volcarona sets up, then he's just doomed. And if he had the Greninja at that point, he could have always come in. But he didn't. Honestly, he didn't really bring a team that could really get around this Volcarona. So, I mean, part of it was prep. Part of it was he just kind of made some mistakes early on.
Yeah.
Jake, are you even with us?
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to finish up my battle, though, because you guys made me start early.
Okay, so apparently Jake is doing other things.
No, I'm here. You guys are doing a great job.
Okay, well, we will move on to the battle between the Arizona Arbox and the Scandinavian Scissors.
Wait, 1 second. This is on my phone. This is hard. Alright, I got it.
Alright.
Yeah, he just lets his Scizor go down to your Chandelure.
I'm wondering if he didn't have anything to hit me.
Yeah, because he does do the... he, looks it up to see, what he can do, and I have a feeling he just didn't have anything to hit you.
Yeah. And then I really am just assuming that he thought I was going into Fraligator right there. That's the only logic I can think behind clicking Energy Ball.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because, I mean, it was risky for you to stay in at that point.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because, obviously, if he does have the Shadow Ball, then there goes your Chandelure.
Just saying, you guys ever seen a Lycanroc take down the Dragonite?
Well, you're about to.
His prediction on me switching into Chandelure right there was really good. Going for the knockoff.
Yeah, he probably just assumed you weren't going to want to stay in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, prediction or just going for the smart play?
What I was going to do, I was going to go into Chandelure and then burn him with the Will-O-Wisp. and then
Yeah.
go right out into Neubrin. But
Yeah, but see, that didn't happen.
yeah. Yeah, well, Neubrin finished it off with a nice little...
Yeah, you maybe could have
I hate
gotten a
that
5.
stupid ducks so much.
You maybe could have gotten a 5-0 there
Oh,
if
yeah,
you didn't
I
like.
definitely could have gotten a 5-0.
But this match was never in question. Honestly, the matches this week weren't super exciting. They were all pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
We will move on to the next match between the Chicago Cubs and the Boston Red Sox.
For everyone out there listening, I just want to begin this match by saying, no, I was not drunk.
Like I said, you didn't play that bad.
No, I definitely did.
I mean,
Right here.
letting your Salamence die was kind of stupid, but
Well, all week when we practiced, I believe we had practiced against physical Mew, so I was like, yeah, no big deal.
What? I thought I brought Earth Power on it.
I think you did once, but I think like the 3 other times you were physical.
I might have been.
Because I remember using Fire Punch a couple times.
No, I started running special so I could take out the Quagsire with Energy Ball.
Oh,
see you
that's
later,
right,
Specs.
that's right.
Yeah.
that was weird. I for some reason didn't run Protect on my Mandibuzz.
You normally run Protect on your Mandibuzz?
Yeah.
Huh. Good to know.
All I'm saying is Ambipom put in some work.
That it did. It did better than I thought an Ambipom would do.
Y'all
Did
thought
you
I
run
was
Fake Out on it?
no, because it's scarfed.
See,
Oh.
right here where I clicked Hydro Pump, my first thought was obviously click Hydro Pump, but then I was like, what if he goes into Milotic? I mean, Energy Ball here would be pretty nice. And I make that play later, but I was like, I kind of wish I would have done it the first time too.
There's no reason for you to make that play though.
I mean, all week I had kind of figured that your check to Primarina would either be Magearna, in which case I was packing Hydro Cannon, which does one shot, everything but Assault Vest, and then Energy Ball for the Milotic. So I was still debating what your check would be, and I just kind of gambled that it would be Magearna, and it wasn't, so.
Well, what I'm saying is you went for the safe play, and I don't think that was a misplay, you going for the safe play at that point. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess I see what your point was.
The misplay was like meant to go down.
Yeah, I think that was kind of dumb. I don't know what you were really thinking because it didn't really put in that much work to my team. Obviously, there was the controversial play.
Just saying, you said it was banned. But no, the whole plan for Ments was I wanted to lead him, and I was like, well, Ross is going to lead with Mammoth one, most likely to get rocks up, and then I'll live in Ice Shard, and then I'll punch him in his stupid face with Hydro Pump, and it'll be a dead Mamo, and then it'll be a better match.
Wait, you were expecting to live in Ice Shard?
Yeah, after Intimidate, dude, I already did the math. I ran the calc beforehand.
Banded?
That becomes a damage roll.
Yeah, because I was adamant, full invested, banded.
I had some defensive investment. It came down to a damage roll, but I was like, whatever. I'll never see this coming.
Banded, you say? I should probably run some calcs on that.
Nah, Bryce, what I'm destroying you this week with is this little monkey.
Salazzle? Okay, bring Salazzle.
No,
Salazzle matches up really well against my team.
Salazzle is a salamander, not a monkey.
Yeah, but Salazzle matches up super well against my team.
Yeah. I haven't even looked at your team. I thought we weren't prepping.
Oh, are we not prepping? You never answered me.
Well, if you've already prepped, then I have to.
I didn't prep.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so we will move on to the last match.
The match that took for ages.
Yeah, this one came a little bit late in the week, but that's alright. So this is between the Eternal City Intes and the South Beach Slowbros.
I haven't even watched this match yet.
Really?
Yeah.
It's sad.
He does well getting the sticky webs up there. I think he probably should have had Volt Switch on his...
Gavantula?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't expect the all-out pummeling there.
Right. What he told me right here is he completely spaced out that the Kyurem hadn't been affected by sticky webs yet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Has he been running his Starmie as analytic?
I don't know. I haven't asked that.
Because I always see his damage rolls, and I'm like, I feel like they should be doing a little bit more than that.
The one shot of the Mamoswine and an Emboar.
Yeah, but, I mean...
A sleepy time.
I was also a little bit surprised he didn't run, like, the Steelium Z on that Starmie. Do Steelium Z and not take out that Kyurem Black.
Yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been a great play.
I mean, I guess it probably wouldn't have changed the end result, I don't think, but
well, it probably wouldn't have been 6-0.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like he didn't have anything for this Hippowdon, yeah.
Once his Galvantula with Giga Drain went down, I really don't think he did.
That was
on Starmie, maybe.
Well, I take that back because that Focus Blast would have taken it out. The Hippowdon, depending on its investment, that was just super unfortunate. Like,
yeah, that was a big miss.
He definitely he 100% doesn't get 6-0'd.
Yeah,
that hits you. Yeah, Mega Horn there would have killed.
Yeah. We had talked about that too. I was like, Lele does not want to take a Mega Horn from Scarf, Moxie, Heracross.
Yeah.
His Heracross almost sweeps if he got a Moxie up.
Yeah. I mean, Heracross was pretty tough. Unfortunately, he didn't really, like... Nothing... He could switch into it, like, pretty freely.
Yeah. Like, honestly, looking at his team, Heracross wrecks most of his team.
Yeah.
Heracross wrecks most teams.
Yeah, that's also true.
Well, once you get that Moxie boost.
Yeah. Earthquake, Mega Horn. See, he goes for the close combat again. Mega Horn.
Yeah, I mean, he could have predicted that well, especially the second time. He definitely should have taken out that Lele, because I don't know if Mega Horn would have taken it out. But I think for that second time that he switches in that Lele, Jehu should have definitely known that Lele was his switch in for Heracross.
Yeah.
Because that's what he just used the first time. So if you're thinking that, you're like, all right, I should go for the Mega Horn. I don't think it doesn't change the match. I don't think.
Right.
Because Mega Horn still gonna miss, and he can't get around that he couldn't get around the Hippowdon.
Also, I want to retract my statement. A Life Orb Moxie Heracross would sweep. A Scarf would not, because he'd have to switch out.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing. Like, when I was helping Tyler prep for his match against him earlier on this season, I would absolutely ruin his life with Scarfed Heracross. Because I would take out whatever checks I needed, and then I could narrow it down to, okay, I'm clicking Close Combat for the rest of the match. I'm clicking Earthquake for the rest of the match. And it would just rip holes through his team.
Well, yeah, I mean, in my opinion, Heracross is a late game sweeper.
Yes.
Take out your main threats to it, and then clean up.
Big fan.
Did we have any changes this week?
Jake.
Oh yeah, Jake dropped Amoongus for
Stupid little mushroom.
For what?
Haxorus.
Haxorus. Yeah. So the Boston Red Sox do drop the Amoongus for Haxorus. We'll talk about that in just a second. Yeah. So, what's your thought process when you're picking that up, Jake?
I really like Haxorus. Yeah, I'm going to divulge my secret plans on why I'm going to, use Haxorus either this week or next week. You never know. Got some plans in the work.
Ooh, I'll talk about why I dropped Flygon for Noivern.
That was last week.
Yeah, one shot's Mac Champ.
We're talking about this week, Bryce.
And we didn't talk about my drop last week.
Well, I forgot. So I forgot. So we're not gonna worry about it. But yeah, the Boston Red Sox do drop Amoongus, which honestly surprised me because you've used Amoongus quite a bit.
Well, I mean, kind of like we discussed earlier on. Unfortunately, when I was drafting my team from a car while driving on the highway, it was kind of difficult to follow a piece of paper that I didn't have with me.
Excuses.
And Haxorus was originally on the list. So, I just thought, with the way the season has gone, and how poorly I drafted in the beginning, and even how I tried to patch all the holes I made, unfortunately, I just couldn't quite do it, so I was like, I'm going to add one of my favorite mons, and I'm just going to have fun. See what happens the rest of the way.
I mean,
somehow you guys let me draft 5 Pokemon that are all weak to ground. I don't know how that happened.
I mean, it's your own team, man. We weren't gonna stop you.
Yeah, I was literally trying to not crash while looking at a list. I didn't even know what I had. And all of a sudden, I looked back and I was like, "Oh, that is a lot of ground weakness."
We didn't do a team of the week this week, did we?
No.
Because okay, good. Because I didn't change it. We did, however, do an MVP, and the MVP winner is Chandelure.
Woo!
Total bullshit.
No. He took out
little monkey.
2 of the biggest threats.
I just messing, man.
Lycanroc took out the biggest threat.
So with that, we will move on to this week's matchups. And I'm also going to pull up the standings for the current standings because those will matter. Obviously for the playoff picture, because there's only 2 weeks of matches left, and some teams have pretty clearly clinched playoffs, but we will talk about that in just a moment. First, we'll talk about the Week 7 matchups. The first match between the Chicago Cubs and the Arizona Arbox. And Jake is going to give his predictions on this.
Well, seeing as how Bryce and I play a pretty similar style, and you're a super annoying stall player, I'm going to have to give you the edge in this one. However, I do think that the Arbox will put up a better fight than I did because, again, I don't even know what was going through my mind half that battle. I honestly can't remember a single thought I had.
Jake, I don't think I've run a stall team at all this season.
Yes, you have. Let's focus on the now. That was last 5 weeks. But yeah, no, I'm gonna say the Cubs win a nice close 2-0.
Oh, 2-0.
But it's really close to a 1-0.
That's what we had last season.
Yeah.
Only I don't have Delphox to do the late game sweep this year.
It's true. Your team matches up way too good against my team.
I felt pretty good on a lot of my matchups this week, or this year.
Yeah. This is the first time I've looked at a team and I'm like, wow, they absolutely body me.
Well, I mean, just tell me what I should bring, and
Bama Swine sweeps my entire team.
We will move on to the Eternal City Entes and the LA Nido Kings. And I'm just going to go out and say it that the Eternal City Entes get a 6-0 in this one. No offense, Tyler, but
He said didn't say they were going for savage.
Yeah, you're running into a train here, and honestly, you haven't played well for a couple weeks now, and I don't think it looks good. Obviously, you could come out and surprise everyone, but it's not looking good for this week.
I'm gonna make the bold prediction of the season, and I'm gonna pick the LA Nido Kings 1-0.
All right.
I'm gonna pick the Entes, but I'm only gonna go with a 4-0.
Hey, fair enough. Yeah, because I mean, he's still gonna have to.
He still has to get around that Greninja.
Yeah, he's still gonna have quite a few like heavy hitters to get around.
Yeah.
We will move on to the third match between the Boston Red Sox and the Detroit Doug Trios. Obviously, the Doug Trios they've got one loss, playing pretty much the same every single week. They did bring, I think last week was the first week they didn't bring Toxapex.
Yeah, they changed up their play style a bit last week.
Yeah. Obviously, it still worked for them. Jake, I just still don't think you're playing very well this season. And
No, I don't think so either.
you prepped so much better last season than you did this season. And I think part of it was last season your team was so overmatched with everyone else's that the fact that you lost any matches was kind of crazy to me.
I only lost one match because of stupid hacks.
Okay. But I don't think that's the case this year. I think you've got one of the weaker teams, just looking at them. So I think I haven't looked specifically at this matchup, but I am going to take the Doug Trios in a 3-0.
It's okay. I'm taking the Doug Trios in a 2-0, so it's fine.
You don't get to predict your own match.
I just did. You can't take that out.
It's definitely better for me if Doug Trios destroys Jake. But I think Jake can at least make it a 2-0 against them.
Yeah, I guess you guys are. Oh wow, Bryce, you just decided to. I was just looking at these standings and you put Jake underneath you.
Well, I beat him in the head-to-head, so
That's true. That's fair.
He actually asked me how we wanted to separate that if records and differential were tied, and I said go by head-to-head. So.
I guess we will move on.
To us, it'll be him.
We will move on to the last match, the South Beach Slowbros and the Scandinavian Scissors. The Scissors have been playing the same way for 3 or 4 weeks. They've gotten a little bit better. I mean, he knows that he's kind of out, and I know he just started his new season in League of Legends, so I think he's mostly focusing on that. So I am going to take the South Beach Slowbros in a kind of tight one because he's not been playing super great, and he might not have as many counters if Sam gets set up. Obviously, a couple of D-dances or a couple of swords dances from the Scizor is going to be problematic, but I am going to take a 2-0 for the South Beach Slowbros.
Well, again, to protect my playoff berth, I'm going to go with Sam beating Jehu in a 2-0. Sam, you better pull through for me so I can make these playoffs.
Well, what do you say, Jake?
I'm going to go with Jehu here. I think he wins pretty handedly. I'd say a 3-0.
All right. So now we will move on to talking about the playoff picture. Right now we've got the 1 seed Detroit Doug Trios with a 5-1 record, 21 plus 21 differential. The Eternal City Entes at the 2 seed 5-1 with a plus 13 differential. Excuse me. The Chicago Cubs at the 3rd seed, 4-2 record with a plus 3 differential, and the Arizona Arbox at 3-3 with a plus 1 differential, with the head-to-head matchup tiebreaker over the Boston Red Sox, who've got the same record and the same differential. And then you've got the South Beach Slow Bros at 3-3 that they still have the chance to get in. Obviously, the Scandinavian Scissors and the Noodle Kings they're out at this point. I don't think it's even mathematically possible for them to get in.
Not
That's
unless
where the
all of us
term
win.
mathematically eliminated comes into play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I guess if the Scissors won their last 2 matches and by 6-0s in both of them, I think it'd still not be enough.
Yeah, it only put them at 0.
It put them at 3. It put them at 3 and 5. I guess they would need.
They would need me and Jake to lose as well.
You, Jehu, and Jake would all need to lose both matches as well. So I think, yeah, they're probably not going to make it. We have the 1 and 2 seeds. I think at this point they're basically clinched. Obviously, it would be
clinched. Is just not this spot.
Yeah, they don't lock in the spot.
They could still fall out of those spots. I think the Entes mathematically could still fall out of the playoffs, but it would be a monumental letdown, because I think they'd have to lose 6-0 in their next 2 matches, and
yeah, because that'd put them at 5-3 with a plus 1 differential.
Yeah, and Jake and you, Bryce, you guys would both have to win both your matches.
Right.
So I mean, it is possible. It's not very likely.
Right.
And I think it's the same situation with the Doug Trios, but they also obviously have a much better cushion because they've got plus 21.
Yeah. I don't think they can fall out of the playoffs.
Yeah, and they might only be able to. I think they're the only ones who are completely clinched. And obviously the Entes are. I mean, they're basically clinched. Because they're not going to lose. If they lose the next 2, that would be super surprising. And they're not going to lose 6-0 unless they forfeit. I mean, that could always happen too. But
well, I thought forfeits were 3-0.
Well, if you're in the match, it's a 6-0. If it's
prior, it's a 3-0. Yeah. Fair enough.
And then obviously, the Cub Chews could easily fall out if they lose their last 2. I think if they win one, I think they're pretty much in.
Yeah.
And then the real fighting point is for that 4th spot. Arbox, Boston Red Sox, and South Beach Slow Bros all have a really good shot at getting in. The South Beach Slow Bros probably with that minus 10 differential are on the outside looking in. And obviously, the Red Sox, they can easily get in, and so can the Arbox. Well,
I don't know if I would say easily.
Well, I'm saying...
If I lose both my matches and Jake wins both his, he's in. I'm out.
Yeah. I mean, Bryce. I mean, you've still got a tough 2 weeks because I mean, you lost to Tyler week 1 before the forfeit.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's still a lot of questions still to be asked for that playoff picture. And obviously, if the Doug Trios lose a match, then they could drop to the 2nd seed, and the Entes could go to the 1 seed. And I don't think anybody would be. I mean, I guess it would be a little surprising, but at the same time, they play decent teams the last 2 weeks, so it wouldn't shock anyone. You guys there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I didn't have a comment.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't have anything else to say.
All right. Well, then I think we covered everything, right? Ranking.
Yeah. I mean, short episode. Usually we're at like 40 minutes by this time.
Well, I think all the matches were relatively quick this week.
Yeah, that's true. But that will be all for this episode. Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. Fox out.